7 stories, 7 moments. The BTS nobody showed you. 7 members, one impossible story. But before the stadiums, the records, and the world tours, there were 7 moments that changed everything. These are the stories nobody told you. Stay until story 7. It will change how you see them forever. Daegu, South Korea. 2010. Min Yoongi had one condition before signing with Big Hit Entertainment: no dancing. He joined Big Hit originally as a music producer. The company told him he was joining a hip hop group and that he would not have to dance. He believed them. Then the reality arrived. When Big Hit decided to form a K-pop idol group instead of a hip-hop group, Suga, who had never studied dance before, began idol training. The dancing was not optional. It was mandatory. Complex choreography, synchronized routines, hours of practice every single day. The man who hated dancing was now one of the most watched performers in the world. But here is what makes this story different. Despite his injury, despite the lie, despite never having trained in dance, Big Hit continued to financially support Suga through his training. He later expressed genuine gratitude for that support. The lie that brought him to the stage became the stage that saved his life. Suga once said music was the only thing that kept him going through his darkest years. The trick worked not because it was a trick, because the person being tricked was always capable of more than anyone knew. April 2022, 6 months before the world knew anything. Jin picked up the phone and called Chris Martin of Coldplay. He said something simple. I have to leave the band in December for 2 years to join the army in Korea. I need a song that says goodbye to everybody for a little while and tells them that I love them. 6 months before the announcement, while he was still performing, still smiling on every stage, still making everyone around him laugh. He was already preparing to leave. Coldplay wrote The Astronaut and gave the entire song to Jin. Every lyric, every note, his. He performed it live for the first time in Buenos Aires, broadcast across 70 countries, 70,000 people in the stadium, millions watching at home. None of them knew this song had been prepared in secret for 6 months, that the man singing it had been carrying this goodbye quietly, so nobody else had to carry it with him. Some people say farewell by disappearing. Jin said farewell by giving everyone a song they could hold on to. That is who he has always been. Seoul, South Korea, 2010. A 16-year-old boy is performing underground rap under the name Runch Renda. His academic ranking, top 1% in the entire nation. His IQ 148, placing him in the top 0.1% of people in the world. Every door was open to him. University, medicine, law, business. He chose rap. His parents said study. He said music. He was discovered when someone heard his underground tape and played it during a late night session for producer Bang Si-hyuk, who immediately began searching for the person who made it. Bang Si-hyuk built BTS around this one teenager. The boy who forgot his lyrics at an audition became the leader of the most streamed group in Spotify history. He taught himself English by watching Friends on DVD. First with Korean subtitles, then English, then none. That same self-taught English carried BTS through every international interview, every UN speech, every moment. The world needed them to be understood. A 16-year-old underground rapper who became the voice of a generation. Not because the world gave him the chance, because he refused to wait for permission. Osaka, Japan. 2015, BTS fan meeting, cameras rolling, thousands of fans watching. Mid-event, Jimin collapsed, fell off the stage. The arena went completely silent. He was taken to hospital immediately. Doctors confirmed blood pressure had dropped suddenly from holding his breath during a game. He was uninjured. And then, that same night, Jimin came back. Not the next day, not the next show, that same event. He returned, smiled, and finished what he had started. This is the same Jimin who had been eating one apple a day, trying to meet an impossible beauty standard the industry had set. The same Jimin who was told before debut that he wasn't attractive enough. The same Jimin who cried backstage in Macau because a neck injury kept him off stage. Who had surgery and COVID simultaneously in 2022. And who, in 2023, became the first Korean solo artist in history to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The stage has always asked everything from him. He has always answered yes, every single time. 2018, the biggest year of BTS's career on every chart. Behind every chart, 7 people quietly falling apart. Jin had revealed the group had only one day off per month for 3 consecutive months. RM was simultaneously translating for the entire group in 11 different broadcaster interviews, back to back. J-Hope called it hell. Not metaphorically. The exact word he used was hell. They gathered at a bar near their studio, not to celebrate, to ask the question they had been avoiding for months. Should we keep going? Jin said they were ready to let it all go. Then, at the Mama Awards weeks later, he said it publicly. We had a hard time mentally while talking with each other. We even thought about disbanding. The room went silent. No one in the industry knew. They stayed, not because of contracts, not because management told them to, because 7 people in a bar chose each other one more time. That one quiet decision is why 260,000 people stood at Gwanghwamun in 2026. Every comeback starts with one decision, not to quit. 2012. BTS does not fully exist yet. J-Hope had packed his things. He was going home to Gwangju. He was done, homesick, exhausted, no guarantee that any of this was going to work. He had already been the most famous dancer in his hometown before joining Big Hit. People in Gwangju called pre-debut BTS. That group with Jung Hoseok. He had a reputation, he had options, he could have left. Then something happened. Jungkook, 14 years old, cried and begged him to stay. A teenager with tears and 3 words, please don't go. That was enough. The same J-Hope who almost walked out of that dorm went on to headline Lollapalooza as the first Korean artist in history to do so. He volunteered for military service early, before his deadline. He built a solo career that sold out arenas across the world. And none of it, not a single night of it, would have existed if one 14-year-old hadn't decided his friend was too important to lose. You never know which moment of showing up for someone changes everything. 2011, John Jungkook is 13 years old. He auditions for Superstar K, South Korea's biggest talent competition. He doesn't make the final round, but backstage, 7 major agencies notice him and come calling. Every top company in Korea. Suddenly, all at once, he had options most teenagers could never imagine. He chose Big Hit, the smallest option, the riskiest choice, the company nobody believed in. Why? Because he had watched one video of RM rapping and felt something. Inside Big Hit, he was told his dancing lacked emotion. He was sent to Los Angeles alone at 15, 6 months, a foreign city, a mission to find something inside himself that a training room in Seoul couldn't reach. He almost quit singing entirely to become a dancer. It was Jimin who talked him back. At 25, he opened the FIFA World Cup for 2 billion people. He is now the most streamed K pop solo artist in Spotify history. The trainee nobody fully believed in became the benchmark every trainee is now measured against. He was 13 when he bet his entire childhood on a feeling. The feeling was right. 7 members, 7 moments. None of them was supposed to make it this far. All of them chose to anyway. If this story meant something to you, subscribe. A new story drops every day on this channel. Rise through pain.